Hi everyone, my name is Kayla and I am today's Storytime volunteer for Rappahannock United Way. We are a local organization working really hard right now to help our community. We believe in the power of education for everyone. When you take the time to encourage children to read, you are giving them a gift of literacy that lasts a lifetime. Children who love to read are generally more creative and curious about the world around them, which can make them happier and more successful as adults. Today I'll be reading I Won't Get Lost. I Won't Get Lost. Horatio pouted over his cereal. "Hurry, Horatio," said Mother. "You'll be late for school." "I don't want to go," whined Horatio. Mother and Father looked surprised. "We thought you liked school," they said. "I do like dragon practice and lunch and recess," said Horatio, "but I don't like the other stuff and I don't need to know it." "You need to know more than just how to be a dragon," said Father. "That's why you need to go to school." Horatio said, "Okay," but he was thinking something else. He was thinking that if he had to go to school, he would only learn the things he liked. After breakfast, everyone helped make the lunches: charcoal sandwiches, Tabasco tea, and tire tidbits for dessert. Mother wrapped them, Father packed them, and Horatio held the bags open. Then they all kissed goodbye. Mother left for the torch factory, Father headed off to the Snack Dragon bakery, and Horatio started for school. Horatio had a great morning. Miss Scaly gave a safety lesson on fire breathing, a rioting and ramping test, and a roaring bee, which is like a spelling bee, only you get to roar the letters. Then it was time for lunch. Horatio crunched his charcoal sandwiches, sipped his Tabasco tea, and shared his tire tidbits with his best friend Sparky. After lunch, they all played their favorite game, Capture the Princess, until Miss Scaly called them inside. Miss Scaly gave everyone a sheet of paper. "This afternoon, you're going to practice writing your name, address, and telephone number," she said. "You'll need to know these things if you ever get lost." Horatio's hand shot into the air. "I already know my name. I'm Horatio Horndragon. I live in a cave, and I have a telephone with a number on it." Miss Scaly smiled. "You'll need to know more than that to get yourself home if you're lost." "But I won't get lost," said Horatio. "Not now or ever." "No one ever wants to get lost," replied Miss Scaly, "but sometimes it happens. That's why you need to know your address and phone number to help you find your way home." Horatio said, "Okay," but he was thinking something else. He was thinking this was not one of the things he liked. So as everyone else began practicing writing their name, address, and phone number, Horatio doodled dragons. He doodled big dragons and small dragons, all kinds of dragons, until his paper was completely covered. Finally, Miss Scaly said, "That's all for today, class. I'll see you tomorrow. Keep practicing." Horatio waved his friends and began to walk home. On the way home, Horatio saw a giant delivery dragon carrying lots of packages and mail to the neighborhood caves. "Wow!" he shouted. "I'm going to see where he goes." Horatio raced over a stream and through the forest after the delivery dragon. When the delivery dragon had finished delivering packages, Horatio stood and watched him leap into the sky and fly back to the post office. "Wow, I wish I could do that," he said, and he started for home. He hadn't walked very far when something made him stop. The road he was on had suddenly become two roads. "Which one goes to my cave?" he wondered out loud. "Which way do I go?" Horatio heard a small voice coming from under a big rock. "Lost, Sonny?" "Yes," said Horatio, crouching down to see who was talking. 2 beady eyes blinked back at him. "Maybe I can help," said the voice. "I know most of the roads around here. What's your address?" I don't know," said Horatio, beginning to cry. "Well, what's your phone number?" "I'll call your mother," said the small voice. "I don't know that either," sobbed Horatio. The 2 beady eyes blinked. "Gee, I'm sorry. Wish I could help, but without your address and phone number, there's nothing I can do." Then the 2 beady eyes disappeared. Horatio looked at his practice paper. He tried to read his address and telephone number through the doodles, but he couldn't. The sky soon grew dark, and the forest was filled with a herd of scary shadows. Horatio curled up next to a big log and cried, "I wish I were home." Then a bright light flashed. A gust of wind blew leaves into the air. Horatio trembled as he watched something very strange land right beside him. It had wings on its head, wheels on its feet, and a spotlight beaming from its chest. "Forest Patrol! Officer Flash!" announced a very strange-looking bird, taking out a pad and pencil. "Heard you crying. What's the trouble?" "I'm lost and I want to go home," Horatio sniffled. "I see," said Officer Flash. "What's your name?" "Horatio Horndragon," he answered, holding on to his tail. Flash took out his phone. "Flash to base. Come in, base. I'm at the corner of Thunder Boulevard and Ferocious Avenue. I've got a lost dragon here. Green scales, red spikes, name's Horatio Horndragon. Did you read me? Over." "Loud and clear, Flash," said the base operator. "All we need now is an address and a telephone number." "Understood," said Flash. "Horatio, we need your address and phone number." "But I don't know them," he wailed. Flash shook his head. "Base, we have a problem. The little guy only knows his name. Let me know if anyone calls for a young one named Horatio Horndragon." "Will do. Over and out," answered the operator. Flash turned off his phone and looked at Horatio. "This might be a long night," he said. "It's too far to walk back to the base. We'll have to stay here until your parents call." Horatio tried to snuggle as close to Flash as he could. Every time the radio crackled, Horatio's heart skipped a beat. "Was that my parents?" he asked. "Sorry, Horatio, just the regular Forest Patrol stuff. A flying squirrel crashed into a woodpecker's nest." Horatio's spikes dropped. He was afraid he might never get home. Then suddenly, the radio crackled again. Horatio looked up hopefully. "Come in, base," said Flash. "Any word on the lost dragon?" "Yes," said the operator. "A Mr. and Mrs. Horndragon just called. They lost a little dragon named Horatio, green scales, red spikes. They live at 10 Greenscale Lane." "That's great," said Flash, checking his map. "We're on our way." Horatio jumped for joy. "Just stay in my spotlight," called Flash. "You'll be home before you know it." When they arrived home, Horatio's mother and father rushed over to hug him. "We were so worried," they cried. "Are you all right?" "Yes," shouted Horatio as his parents hugged him tighter and tighter than they ever had. Later, when Horatio got ready for bed, he told his parents everything that had happened and what he planned to do the next morning before school. The next morning when the sun came up, Horatio jumped out of bed and grabbed a piece of paper and pencil. He raced to the mailbox and dashed to the phone. Then he stood at the breakfast table and said proudly, "Now I know a lot more than how to be a dragon. I know I live at 10 Greenscale Lane and my telephone number is 333-555-7656. "Hooray for Horatio," said Mother and Father. "We're very proud of you for learning what you need to know." And there is a practice sheet for you to practice your name and phone number and address. So thank you for listening to my story today. Parents, if you are interested in learning about how United Way is helping our community right now, or maybe how to get help, please visit our website at rappahannockUnitedWay.org. Thank you.